Now here we are again, following day on As the Paint Turns. And what I've done, give you some good painter, some good tips here. If you want to do your plates, your switches, what you want to do is take your green tape and you want to roll it all the way around. These square ones or round ones or whatever, and then you take your fingers and you go like this. Okay, just like that. Same with this side, because chances are you're going to run a roller over it. Okay. Now this will be fixed with caulk right here. This area right down here, there's a crack. This could have been caused by water, and you can see how thick this paint, fake French bullshit finish is. I mean, it's a beautiful thing, but see, like I have to do this repair here, and it's hard to repair to do it that way, so I'm just going to hide it. Now I'll use caulk on a crack like this. I'll use caulk in here. I'll use caulk here. I'll use caulk up against this wood, and I've stripped the bad wood out here. You want to use your 3/4 inch tape, or 1.5 inch, and you want to put it right along the edge right here. Okay, and we don't want to use the ragdoll roller on that. We want to use the cutting brush. Usually the way it works is you cut in your edges here and around the top here first, and then you paint. But you see, me getting older, being a painter and wanting to do it my own way, I don't like any fucking rules. So I want to do it my way. Now, this is a good lesson in painting. The point is that I can do it this whole crazy bullshit way, and you can say, oh, they don't do that professionally. Well, I'm not doing this professionally. I've got all the time in the world, and I love to paint, so I'm going to do it with a 4-inch roller. But on the first coat, now remember there's 2 coats. Your first coat will be 1 to 1.5 mils thick. Okay? Your second coat will be 1.5 to 2 mils thick. So my first coat, what I'm trying to do is dig it into the surface so that it's going to look really good. Now if you look up here, you can see like streaks. There is, it's all smooth, which is important, but there is light spots and dark spots. Now that's not a big deal, because I'm building my thickness. Now on the cover coat, on the final coat, will be the real bitch coat. That'll be the coat that'll be the final beautiful coat. Now if you look up here, you'll see where and these beams are, I don't know, 60 years old, but up here you can see where I had knots right there. Well, they come through and they leave little cracks. Okay, paint does not fill cracks. You have got to caulk them in on all the cracks. And you can see up here where I filled in all these were done a long time ago. And all these panels up here that you see where the dark edges are, where it's kind of like, you know, ugly off-white, that's all caulk that's been done a long time ago. But that's what caulk looks like when you put it on and it dries like that. You don't want to put caulk over anything. You want to put it on. You want to put it on before the paint. Now here's another little thing I want to show you. Up in this corner there was, if you can see right there, there was a little crack right there, right along that edge, right down to here, and you can see it, okay? That's where the caulk is peeled off. And I left that like that on purpose. The point is that paint will not fill that. I will go up there before I do my final coat, and I'll grab my Caulk Master gun right here, and I will caulk in any of those problems that I have. And then I'll have to use the 1.5 inch tape right here. This is really good frog tape. I mean, I was amazed. You get a lot more paint than tape than 3M, and it's got a good stick to it, which I'm really surprised. But what I do is, down on the floorboards here, is I'll run my 1.5 inch tape, as you can see, and you want to leave your tape up Okay, you want to leave your tape up so that, because when you go to paint, your paint will drop straight down and hit this. Now, then you take your drop cloth and you put it underneath. And you shouldn't have any real bad paint problems. That's a simple way to do it. The first thing you want to do is use some TSP and clean your walls. If you have like real dirty walls from like smoking, or it's really, a person should do TSP if they want to do it. You mix it with water, hot water. It goes on, it's kind of slippery in your hands. If you get it on your skin, it'll itch. What you do is you put it on and you clean the walls, and then you wipe the walls with water after that, because the TSP can have chlorine in it. Now you say, well, chlorine, big deal. What chlorine can do is, a residue of chlorine, even a little bit, can turn your white paint yellow. So that's why you want to get it off. And on your wood right here, what you want to do is get some cleaner for just Windex, anything. And you want to get this edge right here, like on the top. Get all the dust off there, off the top, so that the paint will stick to it better. But of course, I'm doing this all commando. My wife is bitching about it, so, well, when's it going to be done? When's it going to be done? It'll be done when I say it's done, okay? That's the way it is. I said, listen, bitch. You know, my next wife is going to be latex. You want to know why? Because she's never going to get fat and she never talks. Capiche? Comprende? Vamos. Namu. For a harpoon you. Well, you know, that's just from being married 17 years, and you can ask anyone, any guy that's been married that long, is they all think exactly like me. All of them. All right, so we've got the green tape up. We have the tarps up. We have, and you can cover your door if you want to cover your door. Now, if you're going to spray paint it, it'll be a totally different thing, but I'm not going to spray paint. I have a Titan spray painter. I've got different Graco guns. I can shoot it with a 210 or 410 tip. I've got Graco power rollers. I could do that. And that's totally a different deal. But I just want to, this job is going to be like my canvas. All right? And since I'm so careful and I got time to do it, I'm just going to treat this house as my canvas, and I'm going to go from section to section to section, and maybe throw away some of this crap, because my wife's a pack rat. She won't get rid of any of this bullshit. When you're from Russia, you keep everything, just in case, you know, there's a purge, or Hitler invades, or the Germans invade, something. Okay, we continue.